Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. It's a beautiful, warm, and sunny day here. And unfortunately, I have the sun coming in through my craft room, so I apologize for that. It's going to create a little bit of a shadow here, but there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. This is the card that we're going to be making today. It's a cute birthday themed card, so let's get right into it. The stamp set that we're going to be using is an older one that is retired. It's called Piece of Cake. This came out about 7 years ago, I believe, and it has a coordinating punch so that you can build your cake in with your cake stand. Unfortunately, when I went to use this, it didn't cut all the way through, so I'm not going to be using it on my card today, but there is a coordinating punch. And I got this on eBay, so I think it was eBay, or maybe it was Facebook. I can't actually remember. It was one of those. So if you're interested in this stamp set, if you don't have it, check those places out and you might be able to get one for yourself. So we're also going to be using a couple die cuts sets. We're going to be using the Stylish Shape dies and the Spotlight on Nature dies in this card. So let me get my bits and pieces out here. I tried to pre-cut everything and die cut everything ahead of time so that this video wouldn't be super long. I try to keep these videos a little bit shorter for you. I don't always manage to do that, but I try. We're going to start with a card base that measures 5.5 by, 5.5 for, oh my gosh, it measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I'll get it one of these times. So we're going to go ahead and fold and burnish our card base so it stays flat. Then I have a strip of pattern paper. This pattern paper is the Delightfully Eclectic, which is also retired from Stampin' Up. But we're going to use this on the inside of the card. I have a white piece of card. This is basic white. This is 5 inches by 3 3/4 of an inch. So these pieces are going to go on the inside of our card. Let's set them over here where we won't lose them. And then I have another piece of that Delightfully Eclectic. This is 5 by 4.25. I'm sorry, 5.25 by 4, rather. This is going to get adhered to the front of our card just like this. I have a piece of, this is crushed curry, by the way. I have a piece of crushed curry that measures 1 3/4 by 4.25, and then another piece of that Delightfully Eclectic that measures 1.5 inches by 4 inches. That's going to get layered right here. And then we have a few die cut pieces, and I will show you what I cut those out of. I have a piece for our sentiments that I cut from the Stylish Shapes, and I used this. Sorry about that. I used this one here, this second to the smallest long one. And then I cut one of the circle shapes. This is basic white, and this is the second from the largest. So that is that one. And then from the Spotlight on Nature, I used the third from the largest, the one with this like a, I don't know what that's called. This one. That's the one I used. Okay. So those are all of our bits and pieces. So let's do our stamping now. We're going to go ahead and get that circle out, and I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo black ink. And let's get my foam pad out here. I have the cake base mounted on a block here, and we're going to go ahead and stamp this toward the bottom of our circle. There we go. Clean our stamp as we go. And then we can put this away. I'm going to use this shape, this cake. There's several ones to choose from. I'm using this one. And I will get my crushed curry ink pad out. Well, if it wants to open, this is a stubborn one. We'll go ahead and ink that up good. I'm getting ink everywhere. Excuse my head if it gets in the way. There we go. And do we need this? Yes, we do. We still need this. We're going to set this aside. We're going to go ahead and do the sentiment while we have this out. So the sentiment that I am using is, who cares what, where did it go? I can't find it. Oh, here. Cake is the answer. That is the one we're using. And we'll ink that up with the crushed curry. And this is a very small font, so you want to be a little bit delicate when you... and I messed up, guys. Oh, dear. Well, we're going to flip that over and do the other side. Maybe not so delicate that you don't get the actual complete sentiment. There we go. Cake is the answer. And then we'll bring in our white inside piece. And we're going to use the sentiment that says, who cares what the question is? I think that's so cute. And this is tiny. This is very, very tiny. So, again, being careful not to, not to rock that. All right, that is all of the stamping that we're going to do. So we can put this away. We'll set this aside. We're going to bring our cake back in, and I'm pulling from the Designer Series paper. This is Petal Pink, so I'm pulling Petal Pink in from the Designer Series paper, and I'm using my Stampin' Up markers. And I'm going to go ahead and color our cake stand in. There are candles that go with this cake, but I don't have quite enough room on my circle to include the candles, so we're just doing the cake. This is one of several birthday cake or cake themed sets that Stampin' Up did. It seemed to have been kind of a trend with them. And I just thought it was super cute, so that's why I got it. There we go. There is our cake filled in, cake stand. And now we're just going to go ahead and put it all together. So let's, excuse me, let's bring in our card base. Actually, let's do the inside first. I'm going to take this piece of Designer Series paper, and we'll go ahead and glue this. If I can get enough glue. My glue is not wanting to come out for some reason. We're going to put this on the bottom of our little piece here. Just like so. Alright, let's trim this. I'm kind of keeping it monochromatic here with the crushed curry. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this on the inside of our card. might be getting low on this glue, and maybe that's why it's not wanting to come out very well. Here, it's coming better now. Maybe I think I had a clog. Okay, we'll center this just like so. Okay, and now we're going to work on this piece. We're going to put our smaller piece of DSP on this rectangle of crushed curry. Like so. And then let's put this piece. This is the back of that piece. I just love it. I'm going to have to make a card with this design. I love daisies, and I just really love that design. So I'm going to have to come up with something with those daisies. Okay, just like so. And then we'll adhere this piece. I'm getting clogs all over the place. Now I got glue all over my hands. This is such a fine tip on this glue bottle that you do get clogs, unfortunately. So I'm going down kind of towards the bottom here a little ways. And I'm noticing that my piece here is a little bit bigger than my card base. I should have cut it a little bit smaller, I think, but I think we'll be all right. I'm going to trim this just because I want to make sure that I don't think it would affect being in the envelope, but just to be safe, just to be on the safe side. And this side I think is good. Okay, so now we're going to adhere our cake piece to our crushed curry circle. It's a very simple card, but it's cute. Just like so. And I'm going to use dimensionals to pop this up. Sounds like my neighbors are mowing the grass, which I need to do. I need to get my husband to get the mower going. I'm going to go up a little bit further so I have space for my sentiment, just like that. And then our sentiment we're also going to pop up. I'm one of those people who loves to mow the grass. I find it so relaxing. Okay. And then we're going to pop this down here. Just like so. We're almost finished. I'm going to bring in some ribbon. This is actually called Bumblebee, which is a old in color from 2022, but it's close enough to crushed curry that we can get away with it. So I'm just going to cut about 7 or 8 inches off of here. And we're going to do a little bow. And I want it to be a fairly compact little bow. I've wasted a lot of ribbon here, but I wanted to make sure I had enough. Okay, kind of like that. Cut our ends off. And we're going to use a glue dot. I apologize about this sun. I know it's probably not the best for videotaping, so my apologies. We're going to stick this right there next to our cake. Okay, and we're going to add some sparkle to our card with Wink of Stella. We'll go over our cake. Just like that. And finally, we're going to add some Pearl Basic Jewels to the front of our card. We're going to put one there, one here, and one here. And that completes our card, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's fairly simple designed, but I think it's a really cute card. Alright, so that's it for today, guys. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Bye.